right, we got Ace from Master Movement's crew. Ace, can you tell me some history with Master Movement? Because I've seen the shirt, I've seen the logo, and I think Rob's down with it, right?
Yeah.
And wasn't Jay Dilla down with it for a little bit?
Yeah. Well, he's one of our students.
Oh, he's one of your students.
Yeah, he was one of the students, and he was kind of like Master Movement's in waiting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then eventually transitioned to Concrete All Stars, right?
Yeah. You know, he found a connection with those other guys, and you know, like didn't want to wait, and you know, to each our own,
right?
You know,
prerogative.
So yeah.
All right, Ace. What's interesting about, like, honestly, bro, the first time I seen you is when Style Elements had came out with the video. And they were breaking that Universal City, and you was out there. It was you stunts.
Yeah.
You remember that, bro?
Yeah, it was a quick moment in time. Yeah, I think Ken Swift was.
Yeah, Kenny was there. He was hurt.
Yeah, that was like one of the few and only times that I've ever met and, you know, like conversated, been around.
Right.
You know, Kenny. So yeah, that was cool. We were still young, man.
Yeah, I remember that, bro. The footwork was crazy. I was looking at you doing the UFOs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And there was another time too. I came across you, Radiotron, when Namnil walked in, they did the up rock. Okay. And you went at it. You had a jersey on. Yeah. I mean, you had a jersey on, cut off sweat, and some Adidas. It was like basically it was like 101 Pasadena Breakers versus everybody from up north. And I remember that was the second time I seen you.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, you know what? I was like, this dude, he has a dope style. To me, I thought you had a dope style, but I didn't know who you was.
Yeah.
Third time I seen you had an event in Modesto called Legends to Be, though, bro.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing you did a tic-tac footwork to the side, tic-tac footwork to the right.
Yeah, me and
that
Josh,
blew my wine, bro.
It was like a triangle of flavor, something like that.
That's what it was, triangle flavor event in Modesto in '95.
Yeah. You know, me and the guys went up there. And me and Josh were hitting the circles. We rolled up with a couple of the, with the 101 guys.
Yeah.
And I just remember me and Josh, you know, like hitting all the different circles.
Yeah, it was way in the back. I had filmed you with my camera because I was seeing what was going on in the back.
Yeah.
I thought it was just so different because I never seen anybody take footwork like side to side. I remember you was doing that.
Yeah, you know, like it was a good time. We were really just trying to push, you know. Like,
right.
I think for b-boying at that time, you know, like it was coming on strong, you know, here, and you know, at some point, particularly after the Storm video came out, you know, for me, I was a house dancer originally, you know, West Coast house.
Okay.
You know, so, and that was like 90, 91. You know, I had no interest in dance. Actually, like really terrible. You know, but I just didn't have an interest. And then I saw West Coast house. You know, New Jack hip hop, like it wasn't inspiring me enough. You know, my little brother did that.
And where would you see stuff like at that? Because I remember I used to come from Madera. And we would go to Magic Mountain. There was a club called After Dark, and that's where I was seeing like.
I was in Palm Springs at that time.
Oh, you was in Palm Springs at that time.
I was in Palm Springs at that time, and but who would end up becoming my teacher, Aaronel Coloma. He was an amazing, like still to this day one of the illest dancers. You know.
Oh,
like,
really?
Like just for me, like his process. You know, the way I process, it comes a lot from him, you know, like taking one step and then seeing how that step can change, you know, into multiple steps. You know, like one step can always become just so much more. And I would regularly see him take one step, like I've seen him take a step and then turn it into a style.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you know, like in a short amount of time, like
right?
Overnight, you know, like literally one time. I seen him come up with a new movement when he was house dancing, and he's like, "Oh, I like that." And then he ran with it, and by the next day, he had already come up with like the basis of a whole new style, you know?
Right.
And so for me, I always kind of think about that when I dance, you know, like whatever it is, like what are the different directions you can take it, how, just different ways you can flip and play, and in the end, that's what dance is play.
It is, exactly.
Yeah, and like any artist, you think of all the different directions that it can go, and some things are going to work out, some things are not going to work out, and that's okay. But if you don't play and just try, like, how will you ever really know? So I always try to keep that open mind in anyone who I've ever danced with, like I've tried to teach them that, or kind of like show them, whether verbally or just the way my process is at practice or in a session. Like you see at Juice, like we regularly show up, like I don't know what I'm gonna do that day. Like I'm gonna have some ideas, and then I'm just gonna throw out some like, oh, let me try this, and more times than not, like, even if it doesn't work out, we've had that art of learning how to play things off, and sometimes you come up with stuff that ends up being better than what you had in mind, because your body said, no, we're not gonna do that, we're gonna do this. And people are like, oh, that was fresh. Like, you're like, oh, really? Cool, thanks.
Yeah. That makes sense, though, Ace. You know what? I had a discussion with somebody on Facebook, and I said that raves brought breaking back. And somebody said, no, he didn't. And I'm thinking, like, I said the rave scene brought breaking back, because that's when I seen it. Everybody was doing, like, UMCs, like party style moves, Soul Brothers. But then when I would go to raves, I started seeing crews. So for me, the first time I seen breaking come back was through raves. There was no freestyle session, there was no summits.
No, there wasn't. And I think maybe the reason why you think that is because there just weren't events for b-boys.
Right.
So like us dancers at the time, we were looking where can we just go dance? And even though for quite a few of us, maybe the music wasn't like our most favorite thing to dance to.
No, it wasn't.
We needed a place, like we needed a place that we can get out and cut it loose in a crowd.
Yes.
Getting out, dancing, having fun, have people, like, yeah, just cut it loose, and more times than not, raves were the thing that was,
because it drew in everybody, though. Thousands of people would go. You never knew who you was going to run into. Most likely you was going to run into what they would call them, housers or groovers. That was original names.
Housers, groovers, freestyle dancers, like,
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of like, it was all styles, grooving, all that was really big,
It was big out here, man.
Yeah, and they were dope. And it was funny because at the beginning, it was almost like a little clash where we were going at each other.
Yeah.
And then after a while, it evolved to like there was an appreciation for each other because both sides started really incorporating.
That makes
stuff.
sense.
Like,
yeah.
Groovers were really incorporating b-boy stuff, and b-boys, like especially us older.
Yeah.
When you watch us dance, we still do all kinds of different movements, especially if you hear different music and slower tempos. You'll see us bring out a bunch of like groovy, freestyle, housing type steps with our b-boy.
Right.
So yeah, like there really grew to be an appreciation, and we would then just start getting down in the circles with each other.
Yeah.
And it turned into like pushing each other rather than battling each other.
What year would you say that was really strong?
For us, like where as far as like really influencing, like for us, oh my God, what?
Because I wasn't living out here at that time. I was up north, so I can see everything from up north. I wasn't coming out to LA as much, but I would hear about Humpty Hump, Hamburger Helper, which is Hayes, DJ Irene.
Yeah.
I would hear about these raves coming out of LA, but we would always go to Frisco because Frisco was closer. We would go to Modesto.
Yeah, what is it? For me, I didn't go to raves a lot.
Okay.
Especially, like me being out. But when we were down living out here, like me and my brother, we came back later in the 90s, in particular, like 97, 98, and there were regular practice spots. And Foundation was like huge. And
Foundation, I heard about that.
I really miss the Foundation Funk, Funk Collectives. they were really, really amazing hip hop organization that regularly